Deleted by user. The ease of listening to music is pretty incredible right now. Straight up. I was chatting with a mate from work last night, and we were swapping all these international artists over Spotify on our phones. Then in a few swipes we were checking out the yearly calendars of gigs in our area. It's actually incredible how easy it is to discover amazing music now. I was into punk rock mid-90s. You had to hunt for records. Actual records. And you had to travel. I lived in Northern Virginia, the good stuff was in Georgetown. Remember those little sample stations with the headphones? And racks with thousands of records and CDs? I was watching Last Action Hero the other day and the scene where they go into a Blockbuster was so nostalgic. Entertainment. There's so much no one could ever do, play, or watch everything there is that serves no other purpose than to entertain a person. Self-education. YouTube should be remembered as important of an invention as the television. We can teach ourselves almost anything, watching enough videos and reading about it online. YouTube saved my butt so many times in college when I couldn't figure out how to do certain types of math problems. I could go watch videos of people doing endless examples of those kind of problems until I understood how to do them myself. Also helpful for when a professor fails at delivering a concept for 30 minutes and leaves all the students confused, but then you watch some 2-minute animated video and understand it for life. An Indian man in 5 minutes explained more than my maths professor in a day. Fam, some Indian guy with a crappy camera and an accent thicker than Tess Holliday taught me more about calculus in 20 minutes than an entire semester of lectures. All5 Share the Indian man love. I doubt any will see this now as this post has been going for a while, but paleontology, the things we know now about the prehistoric world are mind-blowing. More and more is being worked out about the looks and behavior of dinosaurs and all their fellow extinct organisms. Compared to what was happening when I was a kid, we've moved on in leaps and bounds. If you haven't yet, check out Sir David and the BBC's Prehistoric World. Awesome. Oops. Prehistoric Planet, not Prehistoric World. Edit. Late to an AskReddit thread and now in the top 3 comments? Cheers, all. Consumerism and instant gratification. Edit. Thank you so much for the awards. Upvote. Dopamine rush. Why do people think I'm addicted to Reddit? It's all for that sweet, sweet dopamine rush when I open my phone in the morning and see 24 replies in my inbox. Reddit replies give you dopamine? All they give me is terror and dread. Open Reddit, see 27 replies. Duck, what did I post to piss people off? 12 are meme replies, 7 people asking sincere questions, 6 are people piggybacking to share their own story, 1 just calls it fake. The final comment is a long argument against everything you just said by someone with the reading comprehension of a limp carrot. Spend the next hour crafting a reply that is half logically thought out and half emotionally based ad hominem attacks on this random commenter's failure to master first grade skills. Delete comment because it seems too bitter and defensive. Spend the rest of the day consumed by the comment's stupidity and continue to rework the response into something pithy, sharp, and straight to the point. Never post it. Stay up at night consumed by the stupid comment. Check Reddit from bed and see he has 5 upvotes. Stay up another 5 hours crafting a response that is just fully emotional name calling. Fall asleep too late. Sleep through the morning alarm and show up for work 3 hours late. Get fired. Can't pay rent. Lose home. Live on the streets and panhandle during rush hour. With nothing to do all day between the morning and evening commutes, go back and check the comment that sent you into this spiral. See that it now has only 4 upvotes. Savor the dopamine hit of someone else knocking the commenter down a peg without having to respond. Respond to an AskReddit thread for more dopamine. The final comment is a long argument against everything you just said by someone with the reading comprehension of a limp carrot. Spend the next hour crafting a reply that is half logically thought out and half emotionally based ad hominem attacks on this random commenter's failure to master first grade skills. Delete a comment because it seems too bitter and defensive. Listen, I'ma need you to stop spying on me. Oh, also, don't forget when you read that one shitty counterargument and you're legit an expert on the subject, type a 3-page thesis statement on the subject, then when you hit reply the whole thread has been locked by the mods. I'd say cleanliness when compared to past ages, but something about the golden age of showers doesn't sit right. Disabled person here. We live in a golden age of accessibility tools based on technological advancements. Just take the car industry as an example. The amount of aftermarket accessibility accessories that were invented in the past 10 years alone have made driving accessible to many people with disabilities. Artistic creation. As a musician born in the early 1970s, I'm constantly astounded how cheap and easy it is to record and release high-quality music. People be digging up funky-sounding electronics from tech antiques and making music out of a 90s office printer. That genre is called officecore. The shows are ducking wild, bro. PC load letter? WTF does that mean? The golden age for scammers. Ass. The 90s SOOS, everyone was trying to have small asses. The phrase, "does my bum look big in this?" was so common it was a cliché. Now it's the reverse. Plus, yoga pants are considered normal fashion. Bikini bottoms have gotten way smaller and are worn way higher. Is the golden age. Edit, it's not even just that yoga pants are popular. There has been significant innovation in making yoga pants more flattering by adding reinforcement and elastic in strategic places. There are people out there being paid to research making asses look good. Yoga pants today are significantly more advanced than yoga pants of just a few years ago. The golden age of ass really does sum up the world right now in multiple ways. Phones and depression. I'm sad, guys. I feel like something deep inside is missing. I don't know what it is. I think I may be really depressed. Anyway, thanks for listening. Stop saying this shit in the clan chat and do your war attack or you will never make elder. Ah ha 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 ha, here is a award. Why, thank you. I will be sure to save some electro drags for you. For everyone else I shall donate goblins. Photography. Now almost everyone has a camera, usually in their phone. And they are so simple to use, it's easy to take decent photos. It used to be a camera was a dedicated device you had to learn how to use properly and have the film developed by someone, or yourself if you had a darkroom and knowledge. And the photos you could take was limited by the film roll. Use up a 36 exposure roll? You'll have to stop and put in a new roll. Using ISO 200 film, but you want to take low light photos? You'll have to stop, remove the 200 roll, and put in an ISO 400, or higher, roll. Entertainment. It's wild, I'm overwhelmed by my choices when it comes to picking out shows, movies to watch, music to listen to, fashion and other trends to follow. It's definitely unsustainable though. It's amazing but also a little scary how addicted to entertainment we are. So many of my high schoolers seem emotionally numb and become so agitated and distressed when away from some form of entertainment for too long. Board games. I never knew how many amazing board games there were until my coworker took me to a board game cafe. I thought maybe she was just a huge fan of like Monopoly or some shit, not even close. Like $10 to play as many games as you wanted for as long as you wanted. They had multiple huge bookshelves full of games. Hundreds of games, easily. Funny enough, they did not actually have Monopoly, said it causes too many fights, can't argue there. Therese, every kind of game you could possibly imagine and many that you couldn't even imagine. Simple games, intricate complex games. Crazy games. Weird games. Stupid games. Many had extremely robust storylines which made them super engaging. Probably the most fun I've ever had playing board games. There was something for everyone whether you like farming or highways. The assortment was insane. I never knew this world existed, but I'm so glad I know now. Shit is way too much fun. I never knew how many amazing board games there were until my coworker took me to a board game cafe. I thought maybe she was just a huge fan of like Monopoly or some shit. I never knew this world existed, but I'm so glad I know now. Shit is way too much fun. In college I started hanging out with people who were really into board games, and I too first thought it was games like Monopoly and Life and Clue. I had so much fun discovering and playing games with them. Years later most of us had moved away and stuff and I didn't have anyone to play with. I started getting games that could be played solo, which was especially good when 2020 happened. I have new board game friends and we play pretty much every Saturday and just started doing DD on Tuesdays. Pornhub, loyal fans, Instagram, TikTok etc. are just full of people making X-rated content or thirst traps. Man, you used to have to go to dedicated sites for porn, but you can get it anywhere these days. It's crazy to think about how the average dude with a smartphone has probably seen more titties in his lifetime than Genghis Khan ever saw, and he is remembered for having seen, like, a historically significant number of titties. There is a difference between touching titties and seeing them though. I was just thinking the other day, juice. My mom loved juice, but she passed away in '00, and when I realized I had a full OJ-sized jug of straight-up watermelon juice in my fridge, I got sad that she missed out on even the palm craze and just really a bunch of super tasty juice from fruits that she may not have even knew existed, like and shit.